What's going on, guys? This is Red Bull Tanker, and welcome to sort of my ad hoc global version of Axis and Allies 1914. As you can see, I am using the 1940 board, I've tried to make it as best as I could to represent the board of 1914. Kind of did a one-for-one scaling for units. Whoops, I already see that I might have forgotten a couple markers to throw on. But so this is kind of what the board's going to look like, at least starting out. For the most part, all the rules are going to all the rules are the same as 1914, and other than that, there are just a few changes, so I'll quickly kind of go over some of it. All right, so the first part is so part one. So Yugoslavia, French West Africa, and French Equatorial Africa start out the game contested between each other, obviously because of the fact that Serbia is not on this map, as well as Cameroon and Togoland. So these territories will be contested at the very beginning of the game. Second, I know it's a little hard to see, and I have to get something to mark that. 1 second. So because this map is not entirely like the 1914 map, so you can see how Greece extends over here, and then part of Turkey's right here. Well, to make it even, just like in the 1914 game, just going to put in a little border, which extends Turkey's border right here, so they are able to go into Bulgaria, sort of like how they do in the 1914 game. Next, naval bases. Not only do they supply sea mines, they will also give all units plus one movement bonus. Next, so the British Empire is split into two teams. There is Great Britain, and then you have the British Commonwealth. So for the British Commonwealth, they're actually going to have they'll have two places where they can deploy out of. They can either deploy here in India, or they can deploy here in Australia. The other thing too, a lot of the territories that you see with IPC counters, those are different. I played around with the IPCs for several territories. So some of these are worth 0, some of them are worth 1. Like all the money islands down here, these are all worth 1 and not 3, 4, and 4 and such like that. Next, just like the British Commonwealth, the United States can also deploy out of either the Western United States or the Eastern United States. So they can deploy out of both territories. Next. Oh, so this was something that I found funny about 1914. So for this game, because in actual history, as far as I remember, St. Petersburg, aka Leningrad on this map, was actually the capital of Russia during World War I. Leningrad is going to be the Russian capital, but as you can see, you can still surround it 3 ways. So the Russian Revolution rules will apply, and I think for this one, I haven't played the Russian Revolution, so I think for this one I'm not going to play the Russian Revolution, and we're just going to kind of play Russia just kind of as is, and if they can take their capital back, they can try and take it back if they want to. Next, unlike 1914, there are no airfields, and you can't buy more naval bases. In this game, you will be able to. I put in a rule, you'll be able to. Airfields and other naval bases are worth 12 IPC. And then airfields will also grant, when you buy an airfield, it'll also grant fighters a +1 movement, just like in regular Axis and Allies. So the next set kind of goes into other game mechanics, and I'll explain those as we kind of go. I'll explain those as we get to the turns where some random event game mechanic rolls come in. Next is for unrestricted submarine warfare for the Germans. They now, to affect the unrestricted submarine warfare, they either have to have subs in 101, 106, 107, 108, or Sea Zones 109. So there's that. So that's how unrestricted warfare goes. And then other than that, like I said, all the rules are still the same. There are going to be a couple random events that'll get thrown into the game as we go, that we will that obviously we will roll a 6-sided dice to determine if a random event activates or not. Oh, and I forgot, Japan is also a faction in this game. I understand that I am using the World War II pieces, but I don't have any Japan World War I pieces, so we're just gonna have to go with World War II, and you know, it's just gonna have to be that way. But that's okay. That is very much okay. And so, like I said, all the rules are going to be the same. Other than that, all the rules are going to be the same from 1914. You get 1 round of attack in sea zones and land zones, and such like that. So, I hope you guys will stick with me as I kind of stumble my way through this, and we'll see if this actually works. This is going to be a solo, so I will just be playing as each team. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do each team individually, or if I'll like maybe combine a couple teams together just to make longer videos. Not sure yet, but obviously as videos come out, you'll see exactly what I decide to do. So this is just an introduction and an overview of my attempt at trying to do a cheap global version of 1914, and I hope you guys will stick with me through this. So I'll see you guys for Austria turn 1. So until then, guys, take care.